The Patria AMV is an 8 multi-role military vehicle produced by the Finnish defence industry company Patria. The main feature of the AMV is its modular design, which allows the incorporation of different turrets, weapons, sensors, or communications systems on the same carriage. Designs exist for different APC vehicles and IFV versions, communications versions, ambulances and different fire support versions, armed with large-caliber mortar and gun systems. The vehicle has a very good level of mine protection and can withstand explosions of up to 10 kg TNT. The AMV has protection levels up to 30 APFSDS frontal arc. Another important feature is the very good mobility in rough terrain, enabled by the sophisticated but rugged hydraulic suspension adjusting each wheel individually. History. The AMV stems from an investigation, made by the Finnish Army headquarters in 1995, on different armoured vehicle concepts. In 1996, Patria Vehicles began to develop different concept vehicles, and found the 8A-81 to be most suitable as a replacement for the 6A-6 Sisupassi. The Finnish Defence Forces ordered an official concept study in 1999, which was ready by 2000. Patria continued to develop the vehicle and the first AMV prototype was ready for testing in November 2001. 2 evaluation samples were ordered by the FDF in December 2001, and were delivered in 2003. Later the same year, the FDF ordered 24 AMOS-equipped Patria AMVs for delivery 2006 to 2009. The FDF also said that they were looking to order some 100 units, equipped with remote-controlled weapon stations, later placing an order for 62. In December 2002, the Polish Defense Ministry placed an order for 690 vehicles, making Patria the leading manufacturer of IFV in the 15 to 27-ton range in Europe. Subsequent deals were made all over Europe, as well as in South Africa and the United Arab Emirates, in many places being locally produced. In 2004, the AMV became the first fourth-generation combat vehicle of its kind to enter serial production. The design was based on experience gained from building the Passi and on customer feedback on that vehicle. It was entirely designed in 3D virtual environments before construction, and subsequent successful testing of the prototype showed that it fulfilled all the expectations. The vehicle was initially designed in 6A, 6, 8A, 8 and 10A, 10 variants, but the 10A, 10 variant was later dropped. Patria and Lockheed Martin joint venture. Patria and Lockheed Martin agreed to cooperate in the competition for the U.S. Marines MPC program that was set to replace the LAV-25. The USMC planned to obtain 600 MPC vehicles. Patria will deliver the AMV 8A-8 vehicle. Lockheed Martin's systems integration was responsible for the MPC offer, as well as system integration, survivability systems, the U.S. production line, as well as networking and logistics. In August 2012, the Marines gave Lockheed a developmental contract for their vehicle, called the Havoc. For protection against mine attacks, the Havoc will use a subframe rather than a V-hull. On April 3, 2013, the Havoc successfully completed amphibious testing as part of its evaluation for the MPC program. Trials were conducted at Camp Pendleton with the vehicle loaded to its full combat weight. The Havoc demonstrated its resistance to water penetration and its ability to negotiate all surf and wave conditions while accommodating a full complement of Marine Corps battle gear for the crew. It maintained 100% operational readiness throughout the test. The Marine personnel carrier was put on hold in June 2013, restarted in February 2014, and then restructured as Phase 1 of the Amphibious Combat Vehicle Program, which includes the previous MPC competitor entries. During the summer of 2013, the Havoc successfully completed protection systems testing during a series of blast tests. The vehicle completed all threshold and objective protection system testing, with instrumentation indicating that no disabling injuries would have resulted to any of the 3 crew members and 9 dismounted Marines. Lockheed also delivered a report demonstrating the high degree of commonality between the Havoc and other Marine Corps vehicles, aimed at reducing cost, training requirements, and logistics needs. The Lockheed Havoc AMV completed the Nevada Automotive Test Center's Butte Mountain Trail course in September 2014. The course is one of the most extreme off-road test tracks in the world, comprising a mile of rugged and rocky stretches with 1,000 aft of elevation change. Numerous vehicles had been damaged or disabled attempting the course, including tanks. Over 40 test runs were performed in 10 days, where the Havoc did not fail a single time. Passengers were complimentary of the vehicle's handling, ride quality, acceleration, and braking throughout the demo while at a fully armored weight and how quiet, comfortable, and smooth the ride was. Lockheed plans to offer the Havoc in the Marine Corps ACV Phase 1 program, and will give the Marines 16 vehicles to test once a request for proposals is released in early 2015. Versions. Patria AMV. The AMV is offered in 3 main variants, a basic platform, a high-roof platform and a heavy weapon platform. The AMV basic platform includes APC, IFV, C2, ambulance, reconnaissance, mortar carrier, FCV, ATGM and MGS vehicles. The basic platform can also be provided as an extended basic L platform with increased internal volume. The AMV high-roof platform features a larger and higher rear compartment, which allows more space requiring work to be done inside the vehicle. The AMV SP is suitable for C3, large ambulance and workshop vehicles. The AMV heavy weapon platform features a stronger structure, enabling the fitting of heavy weapon systems, for example Patria AMOS 120 or mortar turret or mobile gun system. Havoc. Havoc is Lockheed Martin OEM product based on Patria AMV 8x8. C. Patria and Lockheed Martin joint venture, Patria AMV XP. In 2013 Patria launched new concept version of AMV. In June 2014 Patria announced the name for its next-generation 8x8 armored vehicles, Patria AMV XP. National variants. The Polish variant KTO Rosomak is slightly scaled-down armor and weight-wise to allow amphibious capabilities and air transportation by a C-130 Hercules transport plane. This idea was dropped after analyses of the 2003 Iraq War, and vehicles sent to Afghanistan were equipped with applique armor. The Slovenian variant SKOV Svorun uses a specially designed hydraulic door. The new door also features additional carrying space for ammunition, 2 RPG-type anti-tank weapons and a general-purpose machine gun. The South African Badger variant, equipped with an underfloor armor package from Land Mobility Technologies and Denel Land Systems, is modular combat turret. Offered in section, fire support, mortar, command and missile sub-variants. The UAE variant is slightly lengthened to allow fitting of the Spacier BMP-3 turret and the same number of soldiers as the original AMV model. Service. The Polish Army has ordered 313 AMVs with the Italian Otto Malera 30 Hit-Fist 30P turret and 377 AMVs in various other configurations to be delivered between 2004 and 2013. Some of the Polish vehicles are currently employed in Afghanistan. The Polish vehicles are known as KTO Rosomak in Polish Army service. The Finnish Army has ordered 24 AMVs fitted with the AMOS mortar system and 62 AMVs fitted with Protector remote weapon system for the .50 M2 HBQCB heavy machine gun or the GMG grenade machine gun. The standard version is known as XA360 in Finnish Army service, while the AMOS version is known as XA361. In June 2006, the Slovenian Ministry of Defense declared that the Patria AMV would be the new armored fighting vehicle of the Slovenian Armed Forces. Patria will supply 135 vehicles, some equipped with the NEMO mortar, some with Elbit 30 on remote-controlled weapon station and the rest with Kongsberg protector turrets. Allegations in the Finnish media that Patria used bribery to secure the Slovenian contract led to a scandal and a criminal investigation in Finland and may have contributed to the defeat of Prime Minister Janez Janša in the 2008 Slovenian parliamentary elections. Due to the financial crisis, the defense budget was cut several times. At first, the contract to supply 135 vehicles should have been amended to have less vehicles with better armament. Later on, the Defense Ministry suffered from even bigger financial cuts. In 2012, the Defense Minister announced the termination of the contract, by which time 30 vehicles had been received. More armored vehicles and higher caliber weapons are to be bought in the mid-term future. In May 2007, the South African Denel Land Systems was awarded a contract to build an improved version of the AMV, with a high level of ballistic and mine protection for the South African National Defence Force. The AMV will replace South African Rattels as part of the Project Hofester. 5 different versions are included: command, mortar, missile, section and fire support vehicles. In November 2013, Denel Land Systems and Patria announced that they have signed an agreement regarding Patria AMV 8x8 armored wheeled vehicle serial production and delivery to South Africa. The agreement includes 238 vehicles, out of which 5 pre-series vehicles have already been delivered during the development phase. In July 2007, the Croatian Ministry of Defense selected the Patria AMV as the new armored fighting vehicle of the Armed Forces of the Republic of Croatia in their first international tender in its history. 84 AMVs will be supplied. Initially, the plan called for 84 8A, 8 vehicles and 42 6A, 6 vehicles. The Croatian Ministry of Defense has approved the purchase of 84 Patria AMV 8A, 8 vehicles. The 6A, 6 configuration idea was scrapped, and the remaining 42 vehicles were decided to be 8A, 8s. The purchase of the remaining 42 AMVs was made in December 2008. Due to the financial crisis, the contract was slightly amended in April 2010. There was an initial plan of shelving the order by a half, but it was decided that the total of 126 units would remain on order. However, in order to somewhat decrease the cost of the deal, the most expensive variants like the NEMO or engineering units will probably be replaced by less costly APC variants. On the other hand, the production will be speeded up and all vehicles are to be delivered by the end of 2012. The Republic of Macedonia government announced in 2006 that it would procure the same type as that which the Croatian military would choose after test trials in 2007, as this would be less expensive than conducting trials of their own. The configuration of Patria vehicles that eventually won the competition will be similar to those in Slovenian service, but probably in smaller numbers. However, any contract has not been published. In January 2008, Patria announced that the United Arab Emirates Armed Forces had ordered the AMV, equipped with a BMP-3 turret. The number of vehicles is yet to be announced. On January 30, 2008, it was announced that Patria has offered to deliver 31st AMVs within 4 months of ordering, if the Czech army chooses AMV as its next APC. The Czech army had earlier chosen the Austrian Steer Panda as their next APC, but the Czech government withdrew from the deal at the end of last year, citing Steer's failure to fulfill the commitments ensuing from the contract. In August 2010, Patria sold 113 AMVs to Sweden in a deal worth €250 million. The deal included an option for another 113 vehicles in the future. Combat history. War in Afghanistan. The Polish Land Forces contingent, which is a part of the International Security Assistance Force, has been operating 35 KTO Rosomak vehicles in Afghanistan since 2007. The APCs were equipped with additional steel composite armor. In early 2008, a Polish Rosomak serving in Afghanistan was attacked by Taliban rebels. The vehicle was hit 3 times with RPG-7 rockets, but it managed to fire back and return to base without any help required. In June 2008, a Rosomak was attacked by Taliban and was hit in its frontal armor with an RPG. The armor was not penetrated. Rosomaks have also been attacked by mines and improvised explosive devices. The Polish Rosomak is feared by the Taliban, who call it the Green Demon, and, according to some intelligence reports, they tend to cancel their attacks when an AMV Rosomak is present. In 2009, the first soldier was reported killed inside a Rosomak after an IED exploded under the vehicle. Similar attacks occurred before, but without casualties. In October 2010, A platoon of Svarun vehicles was sent to Afghanistan to support the Slovenian OMLT. European Union mission in Chad, European Union Force Chad CAR used 16 KTO Rosomak. Operators. Croatia, 126 units currently entering service, 84 ordered in 2007 and additional 42 in December 2008, first 4 vehicles delivered in December 2008. Due to a military budget cut, the order was slightly amended in April 2010, but the total number of 126 units was not changed. All vehicles are to be delivered by late 2012. Finland, 62 standard APCs equipped with Kongsberg turrets and 18 armoured wheeled mortar carriers equipped with the Amos mortar system. Poland, 997 APCs and AFVs with the ability to swim. Designated KTO Rosomak/TRANSL wheeled armoured personal carrier Wolverine/or XC360P. Deliveries of the vehicle are to be completed by 2019. In 2013 order for 359 IFVs and 331 base vehicles was increased by 307 units, incorporated 122 IFV with new turret. In 2013 there were 570 vehicles in service, Slovenia, initial order of 135 AFVs, of which 12 will be equipped with NEMO mortars. Due to a military budget cut, a new contract for less vehicles is in evaluation process. Its Slovenian designation is SKOV-8A, 8 Svarun 8A, 8 Svarun/TRANSL medium-wheeled armoured vehicle 8A, 8 Svarun. In September 2012, the deal was shrunk to encompass only the 30 vehicles that had already been delivered, due to economic and legal questions. South Africa, 238 units. Designated Badger. There will be 5 versions, a standard infantry carrier, a command car, fire support variant, mortar carrier and tank hunter. Sweden made an order for 113 vehicles, and had an option for the same amount of vehicles, but a Swedish court ordered the competition to be redone. On August 13, 2010 the new competition ended in the same result as the original competition, with Sweden ordering 113 vehicles from Patria. The first vehicles were delivered on March 5, 2013. United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates Army ordered an initial evaluation batch of 15 vehicles. Some of these vehicles will be equipped with a Patria NEMO turret while others will be equipped with BMP-3 turrets and have therefore been slightly modified, including a somewhat longer hull. United States, Lockheed Martin and Patria has produced one or several prototypes for the Marine Personal Carrier competition. The version is called Havoc. Total, 1,625 vehicles ordered. Museum exhibits, Parola Tank Museum, Hatala, references. External links, Patria's official website, AMV at Army Technology.